Should schools today still teach and practice cursive handwriting? Lots of handwriting today is being replaced by typing, and that's because typing is nice, it's neat, it's easy to read, it's standardized, it's constant. Teachers can rely on the fact that it's going to stay the same and it's going to be constant and easy for them to read. But that doesn't outplay the benefits of handwriting and cursive writing. Handwriting helps you to process information and remember that information, which is super important as a student learning in school. Nowadays, a lot of jobs require typing, and it's an important skill, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't focus on our handwriting and cursive and making sure that we have those skills too. We shouldn't just throw them out the window because typing is more common. Though typing does have its perks, like quicker writing time and quicker error fixing time, that doesn't outweigh all of the benefits of handwriting. Cursive is more than just fancy handwriting or another font. It's a different style of writing. It has a different flow, and it's just different, if you get what I'm saying. By learning cursive, we will all have a higher quality signature, which means that it will be harder for people to forge or copy our signatures because print is pretty standard, it's really easy to copy, whereas cursive, it's really hard to make the same loops as somebody else. So you're being safer by having your name written in cursive than you are in just a print. Cursive also increases self-confidence as you are mastering a new skill, and it allows you to read cursive confidently, which is where my prop comes into play. Being able to read cursive opens a lot of doors. These are cards from my great-grandma and my grandma, and my grandma writes in like partial cursive. I don't know how well you can see this, but maybe we can see this one better. But my great-grandma writes in cursive, and had I not learned cursive when I was in 5th grade, I wouldn't be able to read her letters. And I know that when I was younger, she sent me letters that had a bit more, but she's getting kind of old now. But all those letters and all the journals from our ancestors are written in cursive because that was the normal standardized writing when they were younger. And so by learning it, we'll be able to read those things and learn about their pasts and all the cute little notes that they've written for us that show their love for us. So cursive is really important to connect with others around us, the older people, the elderly, because that's what were taught and that's what they know. Cursive also comes with increased learning. It improves your legibility and spelling ability in writing, and increases your writing speed as you don't have to pick up and put the pencil back down to start a new line. It's one continual line, so it's a lot quicker. And cursive isn't that hard to learn because you already know the alphabet. Cursive engages multiple areas of the brain and muscles to help people with learning disabilities learn specific letters, like people that are dyslexic. Cursive helps them learn how to read and write, as it's harder for them to mix up the letters, which I thought was really cool because I have a family member, my cousin, who's partially dyslexic, and she struggles with reading, and so learning cursive actually did help her to understand her letters a little bit better. Cursive also helps dyslexic to group letters into proper order as one unit, one word, unlike a group of spaced out letters, which cause them to swap more letters frequently. So by them being all connected, it's harder for them to swap the letters itself, and it makes it easier for them to read and understand. Knowing cursive allows you to read the Constitution and other documents that founded the earth. And I know that you can just find the print versions online, but there's something really cool about just being able to read the real Constitution and not just being like, I don't know, I memorized it so I know what it says, but it's something really cool. Cursive actually engages more of your cognitive skills and your fine motor skills such as coordination, muscle development, synchronization of hands and eye are also improved. So that is really cool. It helps to build your skills, which is really important in young children as they are developing. Um, Cursive also helps with your left to right movement for reading. It helps you to remember to read from left to right. My brother's in kindergarten and I was able to help teach him a lot because of the coronavirus, and it's definitely something that he has a hard time with, is remembering that. Um, Cursive actually makes for more efficient note taking. Again, you don't have to pick up the pen and set it down a whole bunch, so you're able to write down your notes quicker. So, yes, cursive is very important. I would just like to say that I think personally cursive is an amazing skill to learn, and I think that children today should still be taught it. I know that a lot of people, a lot of the millennials were taught cursive, but then they hit middle school and they were taught typing and cursive was just kind of thrown out the window, so they don't remember how to read cursive. I think it's a really important skill to have. I think that it opens a lot of doors and it really helps improve the looks of your handwriting. It helps those students with handwriting that look kind of like chicken scribbles. It helps their writing become legible so that teachers don't have to rely on computer assignments all of the time. And I think it's just super important to help make efficient notes and help students to retain knowledge that they learn. I think it's a very important life skill that we should all consider teaching to our siblings, or when we are able to have kids, to our own kids. And I hope that one day the schools will bring cursive back. I think it shouldn't be a relic of the past. I think it should be something that's still here now. And so, thank you for listening.